hosting the Jayhawks at the Octagon of Doom, which I rented the other night, and it was pretty good.
It's a Van Damme, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Good call. Second half, KU opens an 8-point lead with his 3 by Brady Morningstar. He had 14 during the ensuing timeout. Frank Martin is like, excuse me, a word? Here are his players earlier in the week imitating their coach.
He'll turn and then he'll just put his hands on him and just, he got this face right here where he rubs his head. You are the laziest I ever coached. Is that a peanut in his head? Get him out, get him out. Get to the ball!
What's the problem? I coach my 8-year-old like that all the time. What?
Peanut head? Yeah.
Jacob Pullen ties it with a deep 3 at a team-high 22. Now, Jayhawks up 3, less than a minute to go. Tyshawn Taylor turns it over. Rodney Magruder going the other way. Bump in the bucket. We're tied at 69. 20 lead changes, 14 ties in this sapsucker. Next, Kansas possession, under 10 to play. Jerron Collins loses the ball. Wildcats have a chance. You see the time left. Dominique Sutton is stripped by Terrell Reed, who great hustle, and we're going to overtime in the OT. Watch Jerron Collins coming to the ball, slips on the floor, takes a nasty spill right there. Left the game, had some bumps and bruises, had to get stretched out into timeouts on the sidelines. Now, another minute to play. Wildcats down 1. Denny Clemente misses the 3. Jayhawks get the ball, call timeout. Clemente 4-15 from the field. All right, this is what they drew up. Collins. Oh, beautiful move, cold-blooded and one. Bill Self said of his senior, he has a flair for the dramatic. Jayhawks go on to win by 2, 81-79. Here's Collins afterwards.
It had been a while, so, hey, what better time to snap this streak than right here, second half. Tweety Carter, 2 of his 27. Baylor in Austin here with a 6-point lead, 2.5 to go. Damian James, Longhorns, okay, they lead by 1. It looks like they'll be able to pull out this squeaker here. Final 2 minutes, though. Jacobin Brown, 2 of his 15. Now it's a 3-point Texas lead, but Baylor back within a bucket, under 10 seconds to go. And it's time for Anthony Jones. It's all about the putback. Oh, yeah. Tied at 64, they would go to overtime, and we would go back to Tweety Carter. The FAU, though, Bears up by 4 in Austin, 1:10 to go. Quincy Acey. Get on the floor! Grabs it. Bears up 6. 45 left. Damian James, he had 20 points and a career-high 19 rebounds. Texas would be down 3 with 1.2 to go. So here's the game for Rick Barnes and company. Avery Bradley at the buzzer. Oh, yeah, Baylor wins 80-77. The Bears' first regular season win over Texas since 1998.
The president had a great seat for this one. First half, Hoya's up 2. Duke turns it over. Defense leads to offense. Austin Freeman. Hoya's up 4. Vice President Joe Biden there with the president now. A little bit later, Hoya's in the midst of a 21-5 run. Freeman again off a turnover. Boy, Blue Devils just making a mess of that possession. 20 for Freeman. The vice president says, yeah, Coach K, you're going to need a TO. You need a TO, baby.
He was actually mouthing, not true, not true.
Oh, okay. Oh, now you see, there's Chris Wright getting the and one. President Obama, your thoughts on the first half?
What's your assessment of this game so far, what you've seen?
Well, listen, obviously 2 great teams. I've been impressed, at least in the first half, by the guards for Georgetown.
All right, now Greg Monroe isn't a guard, but a center. 21 points, and the president likes his game.
This was a terrific spin move, and he didn't get any help coming back.
That's well done. You can handle this job if you need it. Well, obviously, you've got one that's requiring a lot of your time and attention, but it looks like...
After retirement, I'm coming after your job, partner. Just let you know.
Okay, all right.
You either had 3 more years or 7. I'm not sure which, but...
Well played by the commander-in-chief. Monroe also had 5 boards, 5 assists. Hoya shot better than 71% from the field as the president leaves, and Duke leaves a loser, 89-77.
Eighth-ranked Gonzaga has struggled. Zags needed to come back from 14 down in the second half to beat Santa Clara on Thursday. Saturday, they had their hands full at San Francisco. Grant Gibbs a three. Zags up 3, under 2 minutes to go, but less than 20 seconds left. Dior Lohorn misses the open three. Now Stephen Gray chases it down. Lohorn ends up with it, though. Same spot. Bang! 67 apiece. They're going to overtime. In OT, we go back to our man. It's Dior Lohorn for Hurt. He had 22 points, hit 5 of 7 threes. Under 30 seconds left. Kwame Vaughn, Rashard Green, 2 of his 15. San Francisco wins 81-77. The Bulldogs had won 22 straight West Coast Conference games. Kentucky likely to lose its #1 ranking to Kansas. LeBron James, he's friendly with John Calipari, and Wildcats freshman DeMarcus Cousins. He was at Rupp Arena to watch Kentucky host Vandy. Of course, Kentucky coming off the loss to South Carolina earlier in the week. That's DeMarcus Cousins, 21 and 10, his 12th double-double, most ever by a Kentucky freshman. John Wall blocks Jeffrey Taylor there. Then on the other end, Wall beats Patrick Patterson for 3. 12 for Patterson. Kentucky's lead is 8. And with that assist, Wall sets a Kentucky freshman record, 127 assists. More Wall for 3. How about one more? He had 13 points and 9 dimes. Kentucky's halftime lead was 15. Second half, Cousins draws the double. That leaves Patterson open. Kentucky wins 85-72. They're 20-1. They snap Vanderbilt's 10-game winning streak. The fighting Buster Rick Pitino in Louisville, visiting Bob Huggins in 9th-ranked West Virginia. 22 seconds left here. And once again, we go right down to the wire. West Virginia down 1. Joe Mazzulla loses the ball out of bounds. Lost the ball off his own head. And somehow, Rick Pitino upset because West Virginia maintains possession off the inbound. Deshaun Butler. He had a season-high 27. Mountaineers with a 1-point lead. Louisville on the inbound. The shot clock should be reset here, but it reads 8 seconds. Edgar Sosa to Reginald Delk. Delk for 3. Ball goes out. Shot clock buzzer goes off, but remember, it was stuck on 8 seconds back there. One more look. They finally sorted all this out. The shot clock, it turned out, didn't factor in, and the Mountaineers win. Louisville 0-4 against ranked teams this year.
Staying in the Big East, #4 Syracuse on the ropes against DePaul. Blue Demons up by as many as 18, but here comes the Orange. Second half, Andy Routens. Get it, got it, good. Just 2 of 10 from the field, but he cuts the lead to 3. Then Scoop Jardine. He also hits a 3. Syracuse down 2, all part of a 16-2 run. Next trip, Wesley Johnson, very naughty. Ties the game at 54. He had 16. Now, Routens to Chris Joseph. Orange go up 4. All right, less than 10 seconds to play. DePaul down 2, looking for the tie. Will Walker misses a 3. After that, they can't get a shot off. Orange, their 7th straight conference win on the ROAD, 59-57.
For the 4th straight game, George Blaney running the bench for UConn. Jim Calhoun continues his medical leave. Marquette in Hartford Saturday. 1 minute to go, tied at 65. Jerome Dyson, the kick out, the deep 3. UConn leads by 3, 18 for Dyson. Next possession, Darius Johnson-Odom. Fouled on the 3-point attempt. That's a horrible foul by Dyson. He knocked down all 3 at 15, tied at 68. Final 10 to go. Jimmy Butler along the baseline. The biggest of his 21. Over Gavin Edwards, and Marquette upsets UConn. It's the Golden Eagles' first road win this year. All right, busy day of college basketball Saturday. We go Big Ten, Northwestern, and #5 Michigan State. Chris Allen. Spartans went at the Breslin Center 79-70 over the Wildcats. Out west, Utah and 10th-ranked BYU. Jimmer Fredette, 2 of his 36. Oh, the up and under, but some diciness at the end. It's Utah's Marshall Henderson. Great effort here. Saves the ball out of bounds, but he throws it off a BYU player. Henderson then throws a punch, knocks down BYU's Jackson Emery. He was ejected. BYU won 82-69. LaSalle and Temple. Ryan Brooks, the steal, the finish, the foul, the whole thing. Owls beat LaSalle 64-52 in Philly. Back to the Big Ten, Iowa and Michigan. Manny Harris, Deshaun Sims, 20 points for Sims. Then Manny Harris for 3. Harris had 20. Michigan wins 60-46. Indiana and Illinois. Dimitri McCamey, 4.4 to go, tied at 70. Hurry up! Oh, 19. The Illini win 72-70. Drama in Champaign. Tennessee trying to avoid its first 3-game SEC losing streak in 5 years. Final minutes, Wayne Chisholm. 16-11 Tennessee at home with a 3-point lead. 33 seconds left. Florida down 2. Chandler Parsons. He had 14, 1-point Gator lead. 21 seconds left. Hobson, the step back. He had 10. Bruce Pearl up 1. Nice shoot. 11 seconds left. Irving Walker inside. Alex Tyus Noonan. Tennessee wins. Vols' 6th straight win over Florida. Bruce Pearl now 8-1 against the Gators. 17th ranked Pittsburgh discovered Sunday what a lot of Big East teams are finding out lately. Stan Heath, South Florida Bulls, they can play themselves some basketball led by Dominique Jones. He's a big reason why, knocking him down from everywhere. The wing, the corner. When necessary, he'll chase down his own rebound. It's a 5-point USF lead at halftime. Dominique Jones. Second half now. Watch for the Torlin Fitzpatrick screen. Jones is able to find Chris Howard. Jones here, Howard there. 2 of his 13. Bulls have an 11-point lead. Jones here. Stripped by Brad Wanamaker. 2 of his 14 here. Come the Panthers on the road. Pittsburgh back within 4. Jones, though, he scored 37. Bulls win. South Florida has won 3 straight Big East games for the first time in school history. They started 0-4 in conference.
North Carolina Tar Heels, Virginia Cavaliers, UNC 9th in the ACC currently. They were down 5 at the half. Deion Thompson finds Ed Davis, gets him 2 closer, 3-point game, but Sammy Zaglinski pokes it away. Sylvan Landisberg filled it up, 29 points. The Wahoos go up 11. Carolina could not get it going. Travis Weir misses. It's going to wear you out. John Henson can't connect. Still a great comedic talent, although Roy Williams not laughing. Then Zaglinski finds Jerome Mienci, and Mienci all up in there with 2 hands. 18-zip run for the Cavs. They're going to win at 75-60. Worst home loss for the Heels under Roy Williams.
Yeah. Big fella in attendance, Kevin Durant. Early first, Oklahoma State's James Anderson. Says you better have brought more than Durant. Anderson fade away and the foul. Oklahoma State up 4 at the half. Anderson 24 points, 8 of 9 shooting in the first half. Coaches don't like to see this. This is the Oklahoma State bench having problems, and it's Matt Pilgrim and Marshall Moses. They won't be sharing their per diem. Second half, Texas down 3. Jordan Hamilton going to cut to the hoop and finish with the slam. Coach Knight on the mic.
2 inside guys are going to do a really good job. Mason and Chapman, they're sealing off their man, and immediately Hamilton realizes he's got a clear shot to the bucket.
And remember, Hamilton's just a freshman. He sets a career-high 27 points off the bench, 18 in the second half, and that keys the Longhorns. Back-to-back threes there. And they win it 72-60.
And Louisville, both top seeds in the NCAA tournament last year, both 13-8. Louisville 4-4 in conference play. UConn 3-5. Jerry Smith knocking down the 3. Kyle Kirk with a 3. Peyton Siva with a 3. The Cardinals 48 first-half points, the most allowed by UConn this season. Second half, they're up 7. Edgar Sosa got hit in the eye by Jerome Dyson, but Sosa able to gather himself and knock it down. He had 15 points and 8 assists. And then moments later, Sosa with a pass up ahead to Samardo Samuels. Samuels 13 points, took him 16 shots to get him, but still a big win for Louisville.
You judge a man's character by how he gets up, now how he gets knocked down. So we've been knocked down. We both have the same record. We're both ranked around the same RPI. He said, now we're going to judge your character, how you come out tonight, whether you're hanging your heads about things that you thought would go wrong, or you're going to have great character, and they showed great character tonight.
Louisville with 4 players in double digits. They get to 5-4 in the Big East. UConn 0-5 on the road this season.